Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. It's working again. You can also download the Kern Radio app. Yes, that's working now too. It's right to your smart device and take us on all your summer vacations all summer long, or just pick Chris and I up and we'll come with you. If you got room in the car, especially after today, because it's been a Monday. It's a Monday of Mondays, of all days, but
Save me.
Yes, please. So download the Kern Radio app to your smart device and you can take us there. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just search up Kern Radio, and streaming live right now on YouTube. Just head over there and search up Kern Radio, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And you too can watch us from the Kern Radio studios. They are powered by Adaptive Networks. For all your IT needs, give them a call, 661-428-0631. That's 661-428-0631. It's Adaptive Networks. And welcome to the JR Show. It is a Monday. Boy, I was having a pretty good weekend. We have a great show for you lined up for you. I'll tell you about my weekend, the time in Vegas, Bakersfield to Vegas to Bakersfield. We'll cover the weekend that was. We'll also talk about the latest election results. What happened? What?
That reminds me.
What? Yes.
I heard a rumor.
It's not a rumor. It's not a rumor.
Same patrol officer?
We'll get there, Chris. Slow down, okay?
No kidding.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, no kidding.
I wasn't even going that fast. Seriously, I wasn't.
I've been in the car with you. I know how fast you go.
I'll let you know. But I had my daughter with me. I'll fly at 100. I'm just kidding.
Faster we get to Vegas, better.
That's what I told the officer. But I'll tell you about my weekend. And yes, there was an encounter on the way there. I'll let you know what that was. Well, what else happened in town over the weekend while I was gone? I'll get you the latest election results as more and more, not only returns come in, but more and more ballots are still being turned in. I'll explain how that is. And then yes, it's a Monday, but it's a movie Monday, which means Mike Armedariz stops by. He's the manager over at the Maya. He's going to talk about the movies that came out over the weekend. Which one was it? It was He-Man, huh? He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
He-Man and Scary Movie.
And Scary, is that? Oh, that's right. But it's not a scary movie. It's a spoof on scary movies.
It's a spoof, yes. And I hear it's actually doing very well.
The Wayans brother returned for that, right?
Yes.
So they took back over the directorial roles in that. We'll talk to Mike about that, how those movies fared. And then is it this weekend or next weekend? The movie I despise all summer long, Toy Story 5 is coming out. We'll discuss that as well as many other blockbuster movies. Oh, wait, is it Minions this weekend? And then Toy Story 5. That's why we bring in Mike, because he knows and I don't. I'm okay with admitting that I don't know everything. That's why we bring in the best guest in all the world, so they can tell you what is really happening. So we'll talk with Movie Mike, and then we'll talk a little bit of sports because it was a sports weekend. 2 different professional championships going on at the same time. We'll ask, which one are you watching? I watched on Saturday night as part of my weekend in Vegas, the NHL hockey game that was actually in town in Vegas. I tried to score some tickets, but to no avail. Hey, you got to take a shot, right?
Oh, you always got to take a shot.
You see a guy and he's wearing a world championship ring and you got to take a shot.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's right.
The great one said that.
Hey,
99.
And all you have to do is make 1 out of 100. And if you get that one, hey, you're doing good. It's like women, Chris. It's like
It's more of a 1 in 7.
Don't take my advice. 1 in 100 is pretty good odds.
Yeah, 1 in 100 is still pretty dang good odds.
So we'll talk about all of that. And you guys can chime in at any time. The phone is not working. Is that correct? We still don't have a phone.
No phone line.
We can't take calls, but we can still take text messages.
Yes.
So if you guys want to reach us, you can with a text message, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. And I'll check my emails as well during the show just because we don't have a phone line. So you can also reach me on my email, jr@kernradio.com, or as always, you can jump in the chat on YouTube and I'll interact with you guys during the breaks over there. The weekend was great. I left late on Friday night. For those that don't know, I spent the weekend in Vegas. No, I was not a trip that was for, what do you say, pleasure, I guess, Chris. It wasn't technically a vacation. It was a working assignment.
It was a staycation kind of.
Kind of.
No, I guess not. No,
I've been on a
I've been on a
staycation now, Chris, for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's true too.
For those that are also keeping tabs on the Chronicles of Hotel Living with JR, yes, I'm still living in a hotel as my my place is still what is this week, entering week 4? I've already lost count. I've stayed in more hotel rooms over the past couple weeks than I probably did the last 10 years. Nah, that's probably maybe a stretch. But still living in and out of hotels. But I was in Vegas over the weekend for work. I was invited to the Day of Gratitude, which was held at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Raiders, the home of the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were doing an event there. It was put on by CityServe and a couple of other nonprofits that joined together to put on this event, mainly for veterans and for service members, but all were welcome. They had a bunch of providers laid out along the concourse that, you know, service people could go and seek if they needed help with something or maybe didn't know something was available to them. All that information was there for them, but I was invited to be not the MC. I don't know if they just don't want me on stage, but that's fine. It's like I have the voice for radio. And so I was invited to do the announcements, meaning when people would come up, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, now coming to the stage, General Pappas. That was one of the guys. He's a 4-star general. And so I would announce those people as they would come up and do speaking. And then there was one point where I was reading a sort of a mini bio of veterans over the PA system that were coming up and getting awarded medals. And so I was doing that. It was funny though, because I almost everything that I read, I either did it completely dry, meaning I didn't have the run through, or I literally read it 5 seconds before I repeated it into the PA system. It was really cool. I got to hang out, Chris. I entered the same way we normally do for the Raider games. And so it kind of felt like, oh, I'm back home. This is normal.
Getting ready for it.
Yeah. So entered the same doors when my buddy Mitchell came out to greet me. He works with CityServe. Came out to get me. I came in the same doors. I was like, oh, this is normal. And then we took the same set of elevators, but we went down. And then we went to the field level. And so we walked in the back concourse where Chris and I usually go when we, after the games, go to the locker rooms. And then down that same concourse where the Raiders locker room is on the left. And you know how you could walk onto the field from there, but normally we're told, no, you cannot.
Yeah, that little walkway there that we both tried to look
at
maybe one day kind of a thing.
Yeah, they said no field access. I went down there.
Nice.
So I got to go down into there, and then I walked onto the field and just was looking up and said, wow, it's a little bit different view from down here. And I told my buddy, I said, usually me and my buddy Chris sit way up there in the press box. He's like, really? I said, yeah, it's pretty cool. They take care of us, feed us, and do all that stuff. But
ask questions.
Yeah, and we get to go into the locker room afterwards. He told me that the night before they were doing their volunteer dinner and all these run-throughs and stuff like that. And he said he was talking to a guy and just they were eating and whatnot. And he was just having a conversation and he walked away and he was telling me, because when I was like, oh yeah, I've been in here, done this. And he's like, yeah, I'm not really a big sports guy. Just not. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he goes, so I was talking to this guy and he walks off and then somebody comes over and they're like, do you know who you were just talking to? No clue. That was the owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's like, dude, you were talking to Mark Davis? He's like, I guess. I said, cool. I met him once, gave him a fist bump. We're homies now, but
cool.
I didn't have dinner with the man. But apparently he ran into him the night before I got there.
I have a goal this year for the Raiders as well. For myself, for the Raiders.
What's that?
Me and Fernando are going to become best buds.
No, yeah.
Me and Fernando, and maybe even Max, if Max accepts me. But me and Fernando,
we're
going
to be homies. Tight. He just graduated too. I think I saw that he got his degree from Berkeley.
He did. I was actually, I wasn't shocked he got his degree. He's brilliant. But it's more of like,
how did he graduate from Berkeley if he was over at
going to Indiana?
Yeah. Well, he originally started at Berkeley and then transferred to Indiana.
Right. He must have been taking all those classes
online. Yeah.
Or maybe he graduated already in his junior year. Some athletes do that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they'll get all the credits in the first 3 years and play the fourth one pretty much just
just hang out. So he graduated over the weekend. But I got to hang out there and then just it was a good day. It was fun. It was exciting. Had a lot of fun. Like I said, I was doing dry reads. The lady that I guess was my handler, so to speak, had the script and she was like giving me pronunciations as I'm reading. It was wild, but it was fun. There was a director behind me that kept saying, all right. She would talking to her walkie-talkie and say, and cue things, cue the video, roll the video. So she was the director. And then she was standing behind me off to the stage, right next to the stage. And then she would walk up behind me and say, okay, voice of God, getting ready, voice of God, cue voice of God, and go. And then I would have to read my script right there. It was wild. It was nothing I had really kind of ever experienced on that level anyways. But it was a great experience, great time. I was just honored and grateful to be there. Even though on the way, as Chris alluded to earlier, yes, on the way to Las Vegas, in the same exact spot.
We got to get this guy on the show.
If you're driving to Vegas from Bakersfield, let me just give you a fair warning. There's a little patch as you come out of Tehachapi, say that and between Mojave, don't speed.
No.
Just don't speed.
Just don't do it.
Just don't. And I didn't realize it's 65 there. I thought maybe 70, even 75, but they've dropped it down to 65. Just take a shot, dude. How fast do you think I was going? Like, come on. I had my daughter with me.
Yeah, 75 to 80.
He clocked me at 85, which is cruising speed for me. I told somebody last night, they said, how fast were you going? Because Steven, blabmouth, apparently has told everybody. I try to confide in my boy and console, because when Steven and I went to Las Vegas, he got pulled over in the same exact spot by the same exact CHP officer. I swear it was the same guy, because I immediately, as I'm sitting there, he's like comes up to the window and then he takes my ID and goes back, and I text Steven and I say, I just got pulled over by the same exact CHP officer you did. And he starts laughing like, no way. Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Seriously.
That's so funny.
And I want to check his ticket to match the name to see if it's the same guy, because I swear it's the same dude.
I'm telling you, Donnie, or somebody, whoever has a connection to like CHP, we got to get this guy on the show.
He sits right there on the side of the road with all his lights off, and it's nighttime. And that's the reason I hate driving at night. Not because I can't see the road, because I can't see cops.
Yep.
And you know what? It went off on my phone because I had Google Maps on it. And it said, see, police detected in the area. And I'm like, okay. So I slowed down for about 2-3 miles. I slowed down. I was like, he ain't here anymore. He's got to be somewhere around here, but he ain't here. And I start to speed up a little bit. And there he is sitting on the side of the road. Lights off completely.
Is that you were going faster than 85 at one point?
No, I kept it at 85. When I have my daughter in the car, I keep it at 85 is my cruising speed. That's what I told the lady last night. And like I said, Steven blabbed to everybody, apparently. He told the lady at Tiger Fight, because the lady went to Tiger Fight and I didn't. So he told the lady at Tiger Fight, because when I got home, she's like, so how was the trip there? I was like, what do you mean, how was the trip there? And sorry, I had to snap at my dog. She's in the studio as well. We're not at home. We're vagabonds. But she said, how was the trip there? I said, what do you mean? She said, you can tell me. I said, Steven told you, didn't she? Maybe. Whatever. And now I found out he told Chris too. You want to tell my mom too, Steven? She just found out because she listens. Yes, Mom, I got a ticket on the way to Vegas.
I'm just more laughing. It's the same CHP officer.
Same guy.
Like, God, this guy's your biggest fan.
Same guy, same exact spot. I'm like, really, dude?
See what the thing is here? And I told Steven the same thing. Next time I drive to Vegas now, watch him get me.
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
him get me. But see, here's the thing: I drive responsibly, so he'll maybe clock me going 75. Maybe.
And it's only that one section from when you come out of the Tehachapi Mountains to just before Mojave. It's the same little stretch of highway. Just and again, it's 65. Why? Everywhere else it's at least 70. Heck, at one time I even saw 75. Really? Right there, 65? It's a speed trap. It's a conspiracy. It's all rigged. It's all set up. It's rigged. It's like the California election. That's a joke, okay? We'll get to those in a minute, and I'll explain to you what's going on there. Let's get to a break, Chris. The rest of the weekend was great, though. Hung out by the pool, which had a giant screen. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw a couple of shots that I shared from sitting out by the pool that had the giant screen. And so when I got home or when I got back to the room from the event, they had the hockey game on. NHL playoffs. The Las Vegas Golden Knights were actually hosting that night. So the game was in town that night. And I got to sit there by the pool and watch it on a big screen, sitting in the jacuzzi. It was perfect. That's when it felt like I was actually on a vacation. I was actually relaxing. I tried to get into the game. I ran into a guy backstage, walked by, and he's like, "Hey, nice mustache." I said, "Nice ring. What is that thing?" Turns out it was a Las Vegas Knights championship ring. You see, they already have one. I said, "That's pretty cool, dude. I apologize, but who are you? How'd you get that?" He's some executive of T-Mobile and at the arena or something, so they gave him out. But I said, "Can I take a picture of it?" He said, took it off. He said, "Here, you can put it on." Slipped that bad boy on, took a little picture with the ring. I posted, I said, "Let's go Knights." And boy, was that an exciting game. Sat by the pool. We'll talk about the NHL playoffs versus the NBA playoffs later with our man Chris Burdick from the Early Bird Special. You can hear them weekday morning, 7 to 9 on our sister station, 101.1 FM. You can also find them on YouTube. Just look them up. We'll also talk about election results. And it's a movie Monday. Mike Armedariz talks summer blockbusters. All that coming up. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be back.
Current Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
So maybe Steve Hilton doesn't make it to the final two, and maybe Spencer Pratt doesn't make it to the runoff with Karen Bass. But how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And we as Republicans in a Democratic state have never been closer to change. If not now, then 2030, 2034, but we are going to change this state.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
I'm here with Dr. Tarkesh from Affordable Dentures and Implants. Doc, do people often think dental implants are a one-size-fits-all solution? Can you explain what dental implants are and how they benefit patients?
Yes. Dental implants are a permanent solution for missing teeth. They act like natural tooth roots and support crown, bridges, or dentures. Unlike traditional dentures, implants provide a secure fit, look natural, and allow patients to eat, speak, and smile confidently without worrying about slippage.
Well, you know, many people are concerned about the pain involved with dental procedures.
Some people have a more complex situation or have what we call dental phobia. If so, we offer IV sedation that allows patients to relax completely during their dental procedure, making it a stress-free experience.
Get the smile you've always wanted without anxiety at Affordable Dentures and Implants. Dr. Nozar Tarkesh, who specializes in implants with IV sedation. Visit them online at affordabledentures.com. Affordable Dentures and Implants. That's what we do.
Go ahead and smile.
Most people don't want more financial information. They want clarity. They want to know they're making the right moves and that someone's actually paying attention. That's what we do at MoneyWise. We help you organize your financial life, plan for what's ahead, and make decisions with confidence, whether retirement is around the corner or still years away. And now you'll find us in a new place, the historic Woolworths building, right in the heart of downtown Bakersfield. A piece of local history reimagined for what's next. MoneyWise, thoughtful planning, real conversations. Visit moneywiseguys.com to get started.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through LPL Financial. LPL Financial and MoneyWise Wealth Management are independently owned and operated.
Warmer weather is finally here, and that means cookouts,
ball games,
and maybe enjoying some time on the water.
But it also means lots of heavy foods, sweets, and maybe an extra adult beverage or two. Thank goodness we both take Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock, processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All the things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted natural ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Active Liver helps us enjoy the good things in life with peace of mind that our liver isn't working overtime. Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, and you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's a crazy weekend here as well in Bakersfield. Somebody again at the Bluffs. Again. At, what was this? 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. A woman was not only hit by a vehicle, but then shot. Apparently following a fight out there. And I don't know. Was that ever a thing, I guess, when you guys were kids in high school, Chris, or even in your early 20s, I guess now, to hang out at the Bluffs?
I mean, not per se.
We didn't hang out at the Bluffs proper like that. Did we go into the hills and go up like hang glider or go hang out at somewhere? You know what I mean? Like,
Me and my friends would, like, I mean, this is on a rare occurrence, but sometimes we would hike the Bluffs sometimes,
but not like
hang out
go out there at 2:30 in the morning and hang out.
No.
Like,
I always heard rumor that there were people doing that, but I never actually saw it.
well, remember, what was it? I don't even know how long ago now that kid got shot in the face up there.
Right.
And now another fight breaks out, 2:30 in the morning. And
take it to Gutter Park like the rest of us.
Apparently she got hit by a vehicle and then shot it. Investigators don't believe the woman who was in critical condition. That woman better be thanking God that she's alive right now. Not only get hit by a car, but then shot. They don't believe she was the intended target, though, which is even crazier. No other victims were located and no arrests have been made. The police responded at 2:51. And remember last time this happened, when that kid got shot in the face, they had driven by, the police drove by a couple of times and did nothing. How does a group gather at 2:31 in the morning on the Bluff, or at 2 o'clock in the morning? This is almost 2:50, 3 o'clock in the morning. How does this group gather and not draw a police presence? I don't understand. And if this is a problem with people hanging out there, why aren't there routine patrols in the area that prevent this thing from happening? Hey, it's 2 o'clock. This place is closed. Y'all got to go. I just don't understand how this kind of thing happens. Just like I don't understand how somebody else died in the river or drowned or was lost in the Kern River over the weekend. And while they were looking for him, they found a different body. Stay out of the river and apparently stay off of the Bluffs, and don't speed between Tehachapi and Mojave going to Vegas. It's the JR Show. We'll be right back.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump has announced that Iran has agreed to stop firing missiles at Israel. He wrote on Truth Social today, quote, Both sides, Israel and Iran, are looking to do an immediate ceasefire. He also writes that peace talks continue and that the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports remains in place until what he calls a final deal can be achieved. A House Oversight Committee report today says the administration of Minnesota Governor Tim Walz ignored the warning signs, even as billions of U.S. tax dollars vanished into fraud schemes in that state. Federal prosecutors say the centerpiece of the case is a nonprofit calling itself Feeding Our Future. A powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake has rocked the southern Philippines. At least 35 people were killed. Most of the deaths occurred in the Sarangani province due to a landslide. At the close on Wall Street, the Dow was off 80 points. This is SRN News.
You've probably heard all those ads for
Headlines from the KERN Newsroom.
I'm Chris Davis. A woman was hit by a car and shot Saturday morning just before 3 at the intersection of Panorama Drive and River Boulevard. That's where police say a large crowd was gathered, and then a fight started, and someone hit the woman in a two-door car and drove off. Then someone started shooting, and she was hit. She's in the hospital. The police are looking for clues and asking for tips. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says a man who was swept away Saturday in the Kern River was still missing, according to their latest update. That happened near Lake Isabella, and that's why the choppers were in the air there. The rescue team was also using drones and rafts to try and find the man. His name has not been made public. $5.84 is the average price for a gallon of regular in California, says Gas Buddy. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN Newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Kern Radio. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Hey man, how's business going these days?
Oh, not that good. I'm really struggling to find qualified employees for my business.
Oh, really? Have you tried reaching out to Employers Training Resource? They understand that having the right staff can significantly impact your company.
Really? How can they assist me?
Well, they promoted my jobs, held a recruitment, and pre-screened my job applicants, and they even set up the interviews, all at no cost. And they even offer financial hiring incentives like on-the-job training.
Wow, that sounds great. How do I get this?
Simple. All you have to do is call Employers Training Resource at 661-325-HIRE. That's 661-325-4473. Or visit their website at employerstrainingresource.com.
This Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act Equal Opportunity Employer Program is funded by the U.S. Department of Labor's Employment and Training Administration. For full federal funding disclosure details, visit employerstrainingresource.com/WDB/federal-funding-disclosure. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request.
First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Tuesday edition of the First Look program, technology permitting, we will talk to Lois Henry, CEO and COO of sjvwater.org, about all the water issues going on. We still have election results coming in, all the latest in news, traffic, and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 a.m. right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. You can download the Kern Radio app to your smart device. Find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X. Just look up Kern Radio, streaming live on YouTube as well. Just head over there and look up Kern Radio, subscribe, and hit the notification bell and watch us for the Kern Radio studios, all powered by Adaptive Networks. Election results continue to pour in. I was just looking over some on the California Secretary of State's webpage. It looks like their last update, and I don't know if we'll get a new batch soon, but I mean, they say they updated this June 8th, which would be this morning at 11:30. And it continues to change, as most of you have probably heard over the weekend. The cries of even the president. He cut off an interview at one point, didn't he? But who was he talking to? I don't even remember. I was
Meet the Press.
Meet the Press, that's right. And he cut it off, and he was arguing about rigged elections back in 2020 and how California's rigged now. And just let go of 2020 already, please. we're in 2026 now. That was 6 years ago, and it's been through the courts. And just at some point, just stop arguing about it. Was it rigged? Probably not in the way that Trump talks about it, but that's Trump, and he's gonna do what Trump does. The Zelensky, I'm sorry, the TV popped up behind you, and Zelensky reminds me of Justin Timberlake a little bit, just a little bit.
Where the what?
I don't know. Look, that doesn't look like Justin Timberlake, just a little bit right there.
No.
Look again.
No.
Look again.
I don't need to.
Just glance
No.
at it. Just see. Just now turn. You
think that
turn
guy
too fast.
was the head man for NSYNC? That's what
You
you're
turn
telling
too
me.
fast. Yeah. He drinks a lot now.
JR, we got to get you
Change
some
it.
glasses, my
It
friend.
hurts, man.
We got to get you some glasses.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm all for people having their own opinions on looks.
I just
but,
glanced.
to compare.
Just glanced up. There's a glare.
Zelensky to-
Justin Timberlake. Just put them side by side. Look at them. Do it. Do it side by side. Tell me what you think.
No need. There's no need. I
Sorry.
don't think Mr. Zelensky can walk into any kind of MTV Music Awards.
Well,
and say,
no,
"I'm
he's
Justin."
a little shorter than Justin, I think.
Oh,
No. And so, look, everybody's like, why is this taking so long? Well, one, it's a mail. Everybody gets mail in ballots here. Is that a problem? I guess it could be. You want to make arguments for either side? Okay. Sending them out to every single person? Yeah. I mean, there was still only, I don't even know if it was 30% turnout in the state. I'll have to look, but I don't even think it got to 30%. But everybody's like, why is it taking so long? Well, we're traditionally people that got mail-in ballots before probably didn't wait so long to fill them out and got them back, so they knew that they would get back in time. Now that everybody's getting them, they just hold on to them, especially like we talked about several times, the Democrats waiting to vote so they can see who they should vote for governor to make sure that they had a person in the final two. But you could have sent in your ballot Tuesday night. You could have walked into the post office at 7:55 and said, hey, stamp this, postmark this, please. And then put it in the bag. And then it takes a week to get to the elections office headquarters and then. So tomorrow's the deadline. I think it's 7 days after election for mail-in ballots to be returned. So we're going to see, and that was another thing. Somebody had sent me something and was like, look, it's changing. Yesterday it said there was 56% complete. Now it's at 54. How did they do that? Well, they don't know how many mail-in ballots they're getting back. They could receive 100,000. They could receive 50,000. They don't know until they get them. It's crazy. I know. So they think they're ahead, and then a whole new batch of mail-in ballots come in the mail. And now they're like, oh, well, we got all this much more. Now, instead of being at 56%, now we're only at 54%. And that's going to continue until tomorrow. And then we should at least get some sort of idea or picture of how many remaining ballots are left out there to count. And everybody's upset because the results keep changing. And the only thing that kind of seemed a little funky to me, because they've already said, as far as the governor race, that Becerra's in. Did I hear that correctly? That they've already said, no, Becerra's in, he's cool. I was like, did I hear that right? And is that proper reporting? Because when I look at the current results, Becerra's at 27.2%. I think he's less than 100,000 away from Becerra. Well, Hilton's at 25.9%, which isn't far off, about 2.3%. Meanwhile, Tom Steyer is at 21.5%. And they're saying, well, the second place is too close to call. What? How is that possible? Becerra is barely leading Hilton by 100,000 votes, but he's in. But Hilton, who's leading Steyer by, I think, like way more than that. Obviously, it's what's the 4.5% almost lead over Steyer for Hilton, and that one's still too close to call. That one didn't make sense to me. That one's a little tricky. Like, wait, what? How are you saying that Becerra is in front of Steyer enough that Steyer can't catch Becerra, but Steyer can somehow still catch Hilton? Even though Hilton's not that far off from Becerra. So that math didn't math to me properly. I don't know if they're using girl math, but that one didn't. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't see that they had already called the race, at least for Becerra's part of the governor. And so we'll have to wait. And I'm thinking we're going to have to wait at least another week. We'll get Christian Romo, chair of the Kern County Democrat Party, in here this week, as well as Matthew Martin. He is chair for the Kern County Young Republicans. We'll try to break down some of these results, but apparently Becerra is in. Hilton is not, because it's still too close to call for him for Steyer. Whether or not Hilton ends up making it, we, I guess, have to wait and see. Some of the other races, though, that we're paying attention to. And yeah, 2 days ago, CNN, all the reports are saying Becerra advances to general election. Becerra advances to general election. How does that make sense when I'm literally looking at the results right now going, well, that's not how is he in, but Hilton is not, when Becerra has 1.8 million votes, and let's see, Steve Hilton has almost 1.8 as well, 1.79. He's 1.88, so he's about 100,000 votes behind him. Meanwhile, Tom Steyer is at 1.4. So he's like 300,000 behind Hilton. But yet somehow that's not a big enough lead on Steyer for them to call it for Hilton already. Only Becerra. I guess they're anticipating somehow, or knowing that a lot of these ballots that are going to come in late are Democrat votes. And so I can at least see or hear, that sounds a little funky to me. Sounds a little funky to me. So we'll wait for the results on that. But again, here locally, some of the races that at least that seem interesting when you break it down, like the state Senate for 16th district, that was between Hurtado, Core, and Guillermo Gonzalez. Guillermo Gonzalez I think this is already over for the most part. Guillermo Gonzalez has 48.2% of the vote, while the incumbent, Melissa Hurtado, has 35.8%. Well, Vice Mayor, City Councilwoman Manpreet Kaur is at 16.1%. So I don't think she's going to be able to catch either one of them. The interesting part of it is the real look to November in this race is if Guillermo Gonzalez on his own pulled in 48.2, at least sitting right now, and that might go down a little bit, but if he pulled in that much on his own, remember, Hurtado didn't show up to the debate for KGET 17. Core and Gonzalez did. And what did they decide to do at that debate? They, I guess, I don't know if somehow came to an agreement and said, hey, let's not fight each other. Let's not attack each other and call out each other. How about we both just go after the incumbent who isn't here? And Guillermo Gonzalez was like, yes, thank you. Because I don't know what Kaur was thinking, Manpreet Kaur. Because how now does she turn around and say, yes, I just attacked Melissa Hurtado about not showing up for the Valley. I just attacked Melissa Hurtado. I stood next to her opponent and attacked her. How can you turn to your 16% now and say, but go vote for her? I know I just got done telling you she doesn't show up. And I know I just agreed with the person that she's running against that she is the bad person out of the three of us. Now, how does Manpreet Kaur turn around and tell her 16%? Vote for Melissa Hurtado, though. And so if Guillermo is pulling in 48% and Melissa Hurtado's at 35%, let's even say she pulls in 10% of Manpreet's 16%. That puts her at what, 45? Guillermo's still in. So I don't know if Kaur realized it at the time, but she played right into the handbook of Guillermo Gonzalez. He's like, yes, and thank you. Come again. Just a bad playbook. And it plays out in all the other races as well locally. Same thing when you get into the Andre Gonzalez race for Assembly 35th. Andre right now is at 34.7%. Sal Ione, 39.3%. He's leading right now. Now, again, those are going to change with all these ballots still coming in. Anna Palacio, the emergency room nurse, is at 25.9%. I don't think she will catch him. I think this will go to Andre Gonzalez versus Sal Ione. But again, if Sal is almost pulling in right now, almost 40% on his own, and all Anna Palacio did, and I don't think they had a debate for this one, which was weird. I don't know why they wouldn't have. But remember, the ads that were playing were Anna Palacio. Who was she going after? She wasn't going after Sal Ione. Hell, she never even mentioned him. You wouldn't even have known there was a third candidate there because all her ads were about was Andre. Well, I shouldn't say her ads. Her supporters or different PACs or whoever were putting the ads on were all attacking Andre. Andre takes big money from Google. Andre takes big money from Facebook. The same people that lie to you support Andre Gonzalez. Hell, I tried to give him a free one and said, Andre Gonzalez voted to raise your sewer rates. Because he did. But how now does Palacio turn around to her 25% and say, I know I talked about him, and I never mentioned to you Sal Ione, but I ragged on Andre a lot. But you know what? You should probably go vote for him now that I'm out. How do they turn to their supporters and say that after they just spent the primary bashing that person? I see that playing. I see that playing come November. Now, we got a little break here. We got a little window. I know I'm talking politics today, and I will until these election results come in. And then we're going to take July off. They become official on July 10th. And so hopefully we can get some better results and official callings way before that, because we're going to take about a month off in the summer, you guys. We're going to hang out. We're going to chill. No political ads. You know what, though? As soon as I got into Nevada, political ads started playing. We were driving around town and they still had signs up and political ads. And I'm like, what is going on? Why are they still? Oh, I'm in Nevada. They haven't had their primary. So I was inundated over the weekend still with political ads and signs everywhere all over Las Vegas. I got to meet the mayor. of Las Vegas at the event, and I also got to meet the governor of Nevada at the event on Saturday at Allegiant Stadium. But just it feels good not to have the come home and not having the political ads play over and over. But those ads, don't forget them, especially you Democrat voters. Don't forget what the Democrats were saying about each other. And then how are you as a voter going to go and agree with one of the Democrats that was talking about the other one that just so happened to move on? How are you going to come to grips with yourself and say, yeah, but he's still better than the Republican? Why? Just because he has a D next to his name? Look, I'm not a Republican either. I'm no party preference. But make that make sense. So I think that's going to play here come into November. Let's take a break. We'll talk about David Valadio's district here after the break, the congressional 22nd. Not only that one, but some other ones here in California. You remember they redrew the maps to help out some people, get some people out. Well, there's some, and I think District 6 is the most, at least getting the most attention. That's with Kevin Kiley, where they tried to reshape that seat, and it ain't working for them. I could have told you that. They've tried to do that with Couch every single time he's run for supervisor, and it never works. It never works. Heck, David Valadio's district was already a Democrat district, and they can't get a Democrat elected. It's not about the lines. It's about your candidates. And more importantly, it's about voter turnout. And if they ain't coming out to vote, you can redraw those lines all you want to. It ain't gonna matter. Let's get to a break. Again, on the other side, we'll break down some of that. Not only that, we'll talk about NHL, NBA playoffs. Which one are you guys watching? Text in, let me know. 661-842-KERN, 661-842-5376. NBA playoffs. The Knicks versus the Spurs. I couldn't even tell you where they're at.
They are in New York.
But like game 3?
Yeah, it's game 3.
Game 3
Knicks
now?
currently lead 2-0.
Yeah, we're a week and a half in. It's game 3.
It is. Yeah.
Week and a half into
They
the finals.
stretch out the finals because they try to go back and forth.
God, it's terrible.
You notice that? Just saying.
I'd
You
rather
share time.
Yeah, but I'd rather have watched that NHL game on Saturday night because boy, that was exciting.
Plus, you have to, wait to increase these ticket prices in New York past $7 grand.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that. That's so dumb.
And we'll talk about that with our man Chris Burdick. Chase Bake reopens downtown finally. And it's a movie Monday. We'll talk movies with our man Mike Armedariz. All that coming up. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be back.
Current Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
I love the first month of June. It is really one of the most historic times of the year. 84th commemoration of the Battle of Midway. June 5th is the anniversary of Bobby Kennedy's death in 1968. And I hope you all know June 6th is the commemoration of D-Day, the invasion of Normandy. One of the most historic weeks in American history.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
I never thought of myself as the type to settle down. Never knew where the team's next lunch was coming from. But then I met you, Easy Cater.
Workplaces everywhere are saying, I do want delicious food at work. And they're ordering from beloved restaurants with Easy Cater.
You were reliable. You had great options for every budget, even when marketing ops did keto again. We got through that together. With you, it's just so easy. Easy Cater, will you keep showing up at my workplace forever?
Find love at first lunch. Order at easycater.com.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hey, this is Terry Maxwell.
You know, one thing I've never enjoyed is painting. It takes time, patience, and real skill to do it right. That's why when it comes to painting my home or business, I trust the professionals at Howling Painting. Howling Painting is family-owned and operated right here in Kern County and has proudly served our community since 1978. They were even voted Best of Bakersfield, Best Painting Company in 2025 and 2026. Whether it's residential or commercial, interior or exterior, Howling Painting delivers top-quality work at competitive prices. Their team is dedicated to exceptional service and results that exceed expectations. And they don't consider the job finished until you're completely satisfied. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, so you can feel confident your property is in good hands from the start to the finish. Get a free, no-obligation consultation today at Howling Painting. That's HALLING.com or call 872-0988. Howling Painting, quality works you can trust.
Step into the spotlight at the all-new and always thrilling Hard Rock Casino Tejon, just 15 miles south of Bakersfield. Play your favorites across over 2,000 slot machines, plus baccarat, blackjack, roulette, and craps. And with Unity, whatever you do, you get rewarded. Play here and redeem at other Hard Rock properties. Enjoy live entertainment, exceptional dining, and energy only Hard Rock can deliver. Hard Rock Casino Tejon. It all happens here. Must be 21 or older. Concerned about your gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. For the Central Valley, that means local service, including burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and custom security designed to work with business operations. Bay Alarm has real people rooted in your community, looking out for your business. After 8 decades and 3 generations of family ownership, our promise is still the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KRN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio, online, currentradio.com, on the Current Radio app, and all over social media and YouTube as well. In just a matter of moments, in the 2 o'clock hour, we'll talk with Mike Armedariz. It's Movie Monday. Is Taylor's song out, by the way?
I don't know.
I thought they put out, Taylor Swift did a song for the new Toy Story movie.
I've heard it is, but I honestly don't go out to find Taylor's music. So,
and it's supposed to be a throwback to old Taylor, country Taylor, because it's a song about Jessie, who is a cowgirl. So she went back to her country roots.
She'd be messing up if she didn't go back.
If you put it out, let's play it in the next hour. If she did put it out.
You know what? It looks like it's on Spotify.
Yeah,
so
we'll grab that for the 2:15 break. But we'll talk about Toy Story 5, the movie I despise, and we'll also talk about Masters of the Universe, how that did over the weekend. I believe it's Minions this weekend, and then Toy Story 5.
I think Supergirl comes out in between them.
And then Supergirl as well. All kinds of movies. We'll talk all summer blockbusters with our man Mike Armedariz in just a matter of moments. And then what else? There was something else I was going to talk about. Oh, we'll talk a little bit of sports with our man Chris too. But apparently my brother-in-law got a ticket in that very same
so
place.
This man's a serial ticket giver.
Yeah, and apparently this was years ago. And so it's a don't. And my sister who lives in Vegas, not the one that's married to the brother-in-law that got a ticket. That's my sister that lives here in Bakersfield. She told me when I got up there, she said, "Where were you at?" I said, "Just at Attach Me." She's like, "Oh, that's the spit. I know so many people that get tickets there." And I thought he would give me a warning. I thought, I'm doing the 85 and a 75. He'll come back with a warning.
It's a 65.
I know it was a 65, and so apparently I was going 20 miles over the limit.
He wouldn't have pulled you over if you were going 10 over.
And
Most of these cops don't care.
He just said, "Why are you going so fast?" Driving normal, officer, just getting to Vegas. Okay. And then came back and handed me my ticket. We'll get to a break. On the other side, Mike Armedariz. It's a Movie Monday on the JR Show.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN, 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
This hour from Town Hall, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. A new poll finds that as the U.S. prepares for an extravagant celebration of its founding principles, fewer Americans see their country as exceptional.
The survey from the Associated Press and North Center for Public Affairs Research highlights many Americans' feelings of unease over the future of its representative government, particularly among young people. It presents a jarring contrast as many communities around the country commemorate the nation's 250th anniversary. The new poll finds that only about 1/4 of Americans say that the U.S. stands above all other countries in the world, while 44% says it's one of the greatest countries in the world. About 3 in 10 say that there are better countries in the U.S., an increase from 19% in an AP North poll conducted in June of 2016. Bernie Bennett reporting.
President Trump has announced that he will attend Game 3 of the NBA Finals in New York City. A detailed security plan is in place at Madison Square Garden in New York City as the Knicks take on the Spurs.
Standing next to the head of the Secret Service in charge of the New York field office, the New York City Police Commissioner announcing the security plan for tonight. It includes frozen zones similar to how the NYPD operates on New Year's Eve for the Times Square ball drop. And there will be no watch parties tonight outside in front of Madison Square Garden, but will be allowed again on Wednesday night for Game 4.
Correspondent Laura Winters reporting. Israel and Iran appear to be backing away from further strikes just hours after they traded fire for the first time since the U.S. and Tehran agreed to a ceasefire 2 months ago. However, both countries warned Monday that they remain ready to launch retaliatory attacks if provoked. A mixed day on Wall Street with the Dow down by 80 points. The NASDAQ rose 220, the S&P 500 advancing by 21, oil near $91 a barrel. More at townhall.com.
Means a few weeks.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that's Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free, no-risk consultation. 800-292-7875. 800-292-7875. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. 800-292-7875.
Sports station's been off the air. Come on, sit down.
There's been
From the KERN Newsroom, your live and local news update.
The victim's name is not yet public, but a man is under arrest. I'm Chris Davis. That's in a stabbing that happened Sunday, according to the Kern County Sheriff's Office. They got the call to go to Gray Street Sunday evening about 5:40, and that's where they found the man already dead with a stab wound. They have not said what kind of a weapon they believe was used. The man arrested has been ID'd as 26-year-old Angel Garcia Mesa. He was arrested about 10:30 last night in the area of Morning Drive and College Avenue and has been charged with first-degree murder.
You can even look into next year and go, oh, well, they have an idea of summer of 26.
2 people hit by a car at the same time. Bakersfield police say one of the men died and the other has major injuries. That happened Saturday night about 10 o'clock at Kern and Dolores Streets. It is unclear why, but both men walked off the curb and into the street at the same time, both outside the crosswalk, according to the police report. The driver that hit them stayed and cooperated with police. And another person in Bakersfield was hit by a pickup truck. This was Sunday afternoon about 1:20, say police. That happened near the intersection of East California and Union Avenues. This time, they say a man who was driving a pickup ran off the road and hit the man in the fence. That man died there on the scene. His name has not been released yet, and police have not discussed yet why they believe that happened. You are being asked to give a little back to the veterans of this area who may not have had the chance to travel to D.C. and see the war memorials and monuments there. The fundraiser for the Kern County Honor Flight is Sunday, and organizers say they've moved it this year to make it more accessible to people with mobility issues. This year, it'll be at P-Dub's Mountain Brew House and Bowl in Tehachapi. Last year, $3,000 was raised, and they hope to top that this year. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN Newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Here is crazy.
going to be full because
Hang this up. Thank you very
I
much.
had 3 more seconds and I had the whole thing.
Just,
I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the
Yeah, you drop
Show
them all
from
week after
Studio
week after
99
week.
at the American General Media Complex.
You want
Here is your host, JR.
Welcome back. Second hour of the program. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can download that Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us on all your summer vacations. Plus, you can find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio and streaming live on YouTube. Head over there right now. Search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and watch us. From the Kern Radio studios, they're powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks, and it's a Movie Monday, which means our friend Mike Armedariz, manager over at the Maya. Unofficially, we can't say that, but we do anyways. We're going to talk all things theater related with our man Movie Mike. What's up, brother? How's it going?
I like how there was no hesitancy on manager of the Maya, but it was like our friend. It's
Our
like,
friend.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I was trying to think of, we're friends, but I don't want everybody to go, oh, JR, that's your friend too. Oh, that's your friend too. I don't say that about everybody that comes in. And so, but no, you're my friend. We've known each other for a decade at least, dude.
Who's jealous of stuff like that? It's all based on friendship. Who cares if they're colleagues or not?
Yeah.
Whoever was doing that, lay off Jay. He's a good guy.
I forgot to grab my coat. I always try to wear a coat so I can match Mike's professionalism in the building.
My newfound professionalism.
I was going to say, neither one of us. I mean, he's probably more professional, way more professional than I ever will be.
I'd like to believe that, but I don't know. How are you?
I'm almost back in my apartment now.
Good.
They're telling me Wednesday. I'm not planning on that.
In this month or just a Wednesday?
But some Wednesday.
Okay.
That's funny, Mike. I caught guys again there over the weekend. I guess apparently 10 o'clock at night on the Friday is working hours.
Wow.
But when they're not working during the day, Mike, you have to work sometime, I guess. Because I drive by at 10 o'clock in the morning, nobody's there.
That's
10 o'clock at night, there's people working.
Well, they need to afford their watches to know what 10 a.m. versus 10 p.m.
Apparently, they like mine as well as my bed. But and then I just got back from Vegas, which was a nice, relaxing trip.
Was it?
Yeah, I stayed at the M. It's in Henderson, and they have a big screen out by the pool, like huge. That's there. It's a fixed screen. It's not like an inflatable screen they put out. And the night we showed up, they were playing Inside Out 2.
Oh wow!
Out at the pool.
And
So-
I'm sure they got the rights for that over at that one.
Sure they do. I'm sure Disney was like, go right on ahead. Promote that all you can.
Promote that all you can.
Yeah.
Right by our pool. Have fun.
Right down the pool. And then the next night they were playing the hockey game, and they had a silent disco as well.
Wow.
So we got
With the headphones.
we got the headphones. Me and my dad were rocking out, and it's like, what
There
are
have
you
been a
listening
couple
to?
events like that here in town recently. I
Yeah.
took over the Riverwalk.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. It's fun. It was fun to do out at the pool. But so they were playing Inside Out, and I thought about, because I think they have a theater there at the hotel.
They have a few. They have one at South Point. They have
Oh, yeah.
one at the Palms. But yeah, I can't imagine the number of people that are going to Vegas on vacation being like, let's go see a movie. But I was surprised. I was at Maya's North Las Vegas Theater. We're a little bit outside the city, north of the Strat over there.
Oh, yeah.
So we're more like a residential, more like a low-key place. But when those
Like a
places-
local theater. Yeah.
I went to the Palms to watch a movie when I was in Vegas for work, and like it was packed.
Yeah.
That Springsteen movie. It's like, who's choosing to go see a movie when you're
You're
in Vegas? Well, choose to go see a movie at Maya North Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, who else is choosing like
Screw
the
that.
strip theaters?
Screw the IMAX at the Pyramid Place. Don't they have one there?
They used to.
I think that was like one of the first ones that opened up.
When that place opened, it had like so many cool entertainment features inside, like a giant Sega virtual reality arcade, a line of like those virtual racer things, and now it's like
now nobody goes in
Blue
there.
Man Group
And
like,
the Titanic.
and a shop for like pyramid themed clothes. Like, okay, cool.
The thing I did want to see while I was there is Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
At the Sphere.
Yeah.
That I hear is really cool and immersive.
I've heard that's really crazy. A lot of like hardcore Wizard of Oz purists are upset because they took like a half hour out of it to make it fit with everything. But it's like you're getting what you paid for, like this huge spectacle. Like go and have fun, don't complain.
Apparently during the tornado, they have a big wind like pushing into the theater that you can feel it, and then they drop apples from the ceiling at some point. It's supposed to be pretty cool. We didn't get a chance to because No Doubt was in town that weekend playing at the Sphere. So it cuts off some of the show times.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see Wizard of Oz. I've had a chance to see a couple of concerts there in the movie they used to show there. And it's a really great venue. So if you haven't seen that, I would recommend if someone wants something of like the same feel as what they do, there's a venue called Cosm in
LA. They do sporting events.
They do sporting events. They do movies as well. And it's just this huge, giant, like half dome screen where it's like everything in your vision is a screen. So for stuff like soccer, for football games, that's a really cool place to go.
Yeah, it looks like you're sitting in the stands the way they play the games there.
100%.
I've watched it. It's pretty cool. But it's summertime.
It is.
It's not official. I think summer solstice is like June 20th or something.
Is the actual summer,
but it's pretty much Memorial Day is the kickoff to summer movies. How did the He-Man do over the weekend?
He-Man didn't do too good. It came out up against the new Scary Movie, and
that's
Scary
right.
Movie just dominated. So He-Man came in like third or fourth. It was like number one was Scary Movie, and then really close behind was both Backrooms, Obsession, which is still
hitting,
another horror movie, and then Masters of the Universe. So for a $200 million movie, Amazon is saying like, we're happy with its performance. It's going to be a slow burn. It's going to make us money in the long term. But I mean, it can't be great to spend that much money on a movie and basically come in fourth after a sequel to a movie that hasn't come out since like 2013, I think.
And I mean, we talked about it last week when we talked about the smaller audience size of that. Like was it gonna be more relevant to guys our age that grew up watching He-Man, because it's not even really a cartoon anymore for younger kids that, or at least that I know that actually watch it. You know what I mean?
I think the last cartoon was on Netflix, and it's like you're already causing that barrier for kids. It's like if it's not on regular TV or free on YouTube, they're not going to go on Netflix to search out like this, like Masters of the Universe from like the 80s.
No.
From everything I've heard, people have liked it. They really enjoyed it. So for the audience that's out there, they're going to really enjoy it. But for the studio, I think they're going to take less risks on stuff that's like this old.
So Scary Movie is back.
Scary Movie is back for this week, at least. Historically, that drops more than like those movies have dropped 50% or more in the next few weeks, but they got what they want. I can't imagine this movie was that expensive. So Paramount has to be happy with it opening as big as it did. And it'll have legs for the next couple of weeks. Like we were saying, this weekend, the only big movie coming out is Disclosure Day. It's the new Steven Spielberg movie about aliens.
They are pushing that movie hard.
He's everywhere.
On the way back and the way to Vegas, we're just listening to Spotify or something, and I don't pay for the premium. No, thank you. So I get ads every once in a while, and that ad for that movie kept coming on and on and on. I'm like, they are really pushing this movie by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, people are expecting it to be huge. It's like a nice little bookend to one of his first major films, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where he's someone who's like always like had a fascination with aliens. You'll be hard pressed to like look anywhere on YouTube and not be forced to see a video of him talking about growing up. He was always fascinated by the night skies.
I mean, he did E.T., right?
Did E.T. So it's one of those things where I think people who have seen his last few movies that are just smaller, more intimate, like dramas, I think this is going to be a return to form for him. So I think people should give it a chance. It looks exciting. It looks thrilling. UFOs are still pretty cool in the way that he's doing it, the way you've seen in the previews. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. But if you're not a UFO guy, if you're not someone who wants to see something like that, there's a movie called Furious coming out this weekend as well.
It's not Fast and Furious.
Not Fast and Furious, just Furious.
You might confuse the kids there, Mike.
Exactly. Well, I hope they do, because this movie looks like it's something that a lot of people should go see if you're old enough, or if your parents want to take you to a really hyper violent action movie where someone gets abducted. So this guy just goes and tries to blitz through the gangs that took his loved one. And it's incredibly violent. If you look on YouTube, you can see a trailer for it. Look up Furious trailer. Even now in the trailers, they're saying like this movie has like dislocated arms and all this, and they're showing all the stuff that's happening in the movie. And it's just a really, really violent, really good action movie that we haven't really seen in the last few years outside of like a Jason Statham movie.
Wow. That's okay. So there's that one, and then Disclosure Day is probably
something for the families and something for just the adults this weekend.
But that should knock out Scary Movie, and
I
the
think so,
return
yeah.
for the Wayans brothers, right? Didn't you say they took
Yeah.
the franchise back?
They took control back. They're really happy about that. It's a return to form. Like the last couple were funny, but not like the same kind of sensibilities as those first ones. So this one was, if you like those first two Scary Movies, you'll like this one.
With the success of this one, you think they return and continue the
I
series
can't imagine
now?
that they wouldn't. There's so many horror movies on this, and it's been
To spoof,
so long
yeah.
since the last Scary Movie came out that like people are talking about how in this movie there's like 10 years worth of like movies they're making fun of, and there's only more coming out every month. So
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty
we-
sure there's like fertile ground for them to make at least 2 more.
We talked about the genre, and scary movies
Yeah.
are the rage right now. It seems like every other weekend, every 3 weeks, there's another scary
There's
movie.
something
There's
else
another
out there.
scary movie because the kids just, for some reason, love their scary movies right now.
Yeah, and it's crazy. There's like a wide berth of or a wide range of like what they are. Like you got horror movies like this that are like kind of creepy, demonic stuff. You have like slasher movies, you have like stuff like Scream. It's like everyone there's so many different genres inside horror. as
Horror,
well.
yeah.
People still love them.
Yeah, because you get the almost the Alfred Hitchcock like suspense
Yeah.
horror, where it's not blood and guts all the time, but it's more psychological.
And that's what you get with Backrooms, and then you get the more bloody stuff with Obsession. So like they're capitalizing on it and they're making money.
Sounds good for them. We'll take a break. On the other side, we'll talk about summer blockbusters coming out, a slew of movies, one after another, after another, after another. We'll tell you what those movies are, and we'll have a little discussion about how those movies kind of get lined up. I was talking to Mike in the break about, do other theaters or other studios see that, because Disney will put out 10 years in advance of movies. Yes, Incredible 7 will come out in 2035. Well, thanks. And that'll get moved like 10 times. But other studios look at that and determine where they want their movie to lay. We'll have that conversation as well with our man, Mike Armedariz. It's a Movie Monday here on the JR Show. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox.
She stayed with my mom
6 to
when I was in
9
Vegas
a.m.
over the weekend.
On the Tuesday edition of the First
And
Look
then,
program,
yeah,
technology permitting, we will
right
talk
there
to
at the
Lois
Bakersfield
Henry,
Hotel.
CEO and COO of
Like
SJVwater.org, about all the water issues going on. We still have election results coming in, all the latest in news, traffic, and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 a.m. right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230,
Second time there, I was on the bottom
KERN.
floor, and then now I'm
Every day is Saturday. No one can beat us, no one can touch
So
us. You
I,
won't find better
first time I
prices.
think I moved out of there, my
We don't
landlord was like,
care.
"Hey, go stay at the
Take a look
extended stay over here behind Planet Fitness."
Come
I was like, "Okay," and I booked it online, and I show up, and she started to get my room ready, and I'm like, "Hey, by the way,
Coca-Cola Plus is celebrating 30 years in business by offering you no interest financing for 12 months. Head over to carpetoutletplus.com to apply now. You can get new waterproof flooring and comfy carpet in the bedrooms, all from one trusted place. Over 70,000 customers can't be wrong. It's probably been time to change your floors for a while, so call,
So I
click,
think-
or stop by today. Carpet Outlet Plus, 3.5 blocks west of 99 on Rosedale Highway.
much older hotel, much, even more run down than the brand new Hampton across the street."
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and
my niece
cultural
does.
enrichment on
My niece
board
does. Now,
and
thankfully
on
for her,
shore.
she's
With small
Maltese and
ships
poodle,
that
so
bring
she doesn't
travelers
shed
closer to the
really as
destination,
much as
there's
it's
more
supposed to be.
time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in. Cool as can be. Tap Good RX. Saving will last.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Paul's chili. Dang.
Yeah,
One
I used to
little
get
happens
all the rest. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not a choice.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation,
Valley Strong Credit Union is
It's
here to
crazy, I
help.
didn't-
With a
like,
Valley Strong home
it's
equity
funny
loan,
you say it
you
goes
can
away.
tap
I
into your home's
started to
value with
get, when I
competitive
got
rates,
older, started
flexible
to get
terms,
allergies.
and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS 456-506.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 AM 1230 KERN.
Dude, some fruits too, dude. I'm like, weird. It's kind of weird. Is that the Taylor Swift? It doesn't sound that country. I wonder if we can figure out what the piece of the movie is that this plays over, because it's supposed to be the Jesse theme or something like that for Jesse in the new Toy Story 5.
Supposed to be about Jesse.
I don't know what this. I despise the whole darn
Woody
movie.
was never supposed to be in it in the first place.
Toy Story 5. Well, you can't have a Toy Story without Woody, Chris. That's the problem. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. We're sitting here with Mike Armedariz. It's a Movie Monday, and yeah, we're going to talk about Toy Story 5, and not only that, but all the blockbuster movies coming up. But that's not till when? Toy Story 5 is
Toy Story is next Friday.
next Friday. This Friday is
Disclosure Day this Friday. Toy Story next Friday.
and then
Supergirl,
Supergirl.
then Minions, then Moana,
Oh my-
then The Odyssey.
Is that the Moana live action?
Yeah.
With The Rock.
Which
I'm always suspect when Disney does live action.
I don't know. They made a lot of money with Lilo and Stitch.
They do some. Lilo and Stitch was pretty good. They made a couple of changes that I was like, but I was okay with, and it turned out pretty good. Some of their live action is just no.
I'm curious with this one. It's been so soon since Moana 2, the cartoon, came out.
Right.
Are people just Moana'd out?
Man,
Do they want this already? I think the brilliant thing with Lilo and Stitch, that came out in 2001 or 2. I
Yeah.
can't remember when. So the people that were going to the live action one, that was people bringing
Their kids, yeah,
and,
like
it was
me.
multi-generational,
Yeah.
Exactly. This one, the first Moana came out in 2017.
They're still kids.
Yeah.
My daughter was 3,
They're
now
still
she's
in
9.
school.
You know what I mean?
3 and 9 in 10 years.
Something like that. That sounds about right.
I wish I had her deal, man.
That's girl math for you, Mike. But yeah, Toy Story 5, dude. I despise the movie. There should have never been a 4 for me. So it's a hard sell on 5.
Yeah, 4 was good, but like more depressing than the end of 3. I wish they had stuck to it and just been like, no, the story is over with 3. We've given them to a new family, and that was it. But
that's it.
You got to make money the same way that everyone talked about how there was never going to be another Incredibles, and then there was Incredibles 2. There's already a release date for Incredibles 3. It's
next
just leave
year.
things alone.
Yeah, sometimes I just like how does Chris was just saying in the thing, Woody wasn't even supposed to be in this adaptation of Toy Story 5. How does he even come back? Because didn't Woody leave with Bo Peep, who was found in the park?
They went to with the carnival toys and drove off
Yes.
with them. So I don't understand. If you watch the previews, you see that trouble happens at Bonnie's house. So they get on a walkie-talkie and Woody's like, I'll be right over. And it's like, how?
We just gave Woody a walkie-talkie. It's an emergency line.
And
it's like a bat line to Woody.
I have to say, we are men in our early 30s talking about Toy Story.
Mid 40s here, Mike.
Yeah, me too. But in our early
That's
30s.
Right, yeah. Talking about Toy Story, arguing about no.
I don't think the kids are going to be caring about how Woody gets called. I think that's something we have to accept, where it's not they're not our movies anymore.
No, they are, Mike. They're my movies still. The first one came out in 1992. 95. I was 15.
Yeah. Man.
I'm 45, 30 years.
Yeah, like I said, early 30s.
Wow.
It's rough.
It's still our movie though, but they can't do that and not expect, because parents are obviously going to bring their kids to the movie. You can't expect for the parent to go,
this one, I have to think there are some 3-generational families that are coming to see this.
You're right.
It's been 31 years since that first movie, so I'm happy about the money we're going to be making.
Oh yeah.
I'm never going to publicly say I don't like how the story's going.
Hey, I will.
Dan, that's why you're here.
Bring a tablet. It's about a tablet, right? Spoiler alert. I'm just going to ruin the whole movie for you. It's about a tablet called LilyPad that shows up just like they do in every home now. And kids don't play with toys anymore because all they do is play with tablets. Because why? The parents are on devices all the time. That's why.
You all right?
I'm good.
We need to talk?
No, there's no point to it. But the thing I hope they do, and I think we talked about it last week, is use that. Use that as an opportunity to kind of put that back in the face. If not the kids, of us parents going, no, make kids be kids.
I think that's the real trouble. Like, if you're trying to make an entertainment movie, are you really going to do something that criticizes both the kids, both the parents, and the way the parents treat the kids? So I think
I do every day right here, Mike.
You can. I'm happy to welcome anybody with lily pads into my theaters, but it's one of those things where
kids should not see. Kids shouldn't be showing up to the theater with devices.
No, it's a very
just like I don't want Chris when we're sitting there watching Mando to be like, oh, I'm on my phone. Turn your phone off. You're at a movie.
I know it's rough. Everyone feels it, but we'll see. Maybe this movie will get us all to understand each other and come to a good compromise on technology.
I have to accept them too, Mike, as people, I guess.
You have to accept that these movies aren't ours anymore.
But they are.
It's like Star Wars isn't ours anymore.
Yes, it is. It's when something is that, I think, as big as a part of your childhood, you know what I mean? It is yours forever. It does harken back to you.
You know what's interesting, though? I think about that with sports teams, where sometimes people just have to let go of their idea of what their sports teams are. The people who were fans of the Dodgers in the 80s and 90s, there's no link to them except for the uniforms anymore. There's nothing there. The problem we have with movies is that every time we watch those movies, we're going to see Han Solo, we're going to see Luke Skywalker, we're going to see Princess Leia. Those things don't change. So we get this oddly emotional attachment to them that no other industry, no other entertainment form has that. And
they're not even real.
Exactly. So it's like I've had to be like, okay, maybe Mandalorian and Grogu isn't for me, because there are kids who've grown up watching hundreds of episodes of these Star Wars cartoons on Disney Plus that I've never watched.
Yeah, I've never watched Clone
Star
Wars.
Wars is more their thing now than mine, and I have to be like just biting my tongue and be like, enjoy.
That's where I'm like, y'all ruined it. Leave my movies alone. Don't just stop doing it.
And again, we used to have a disclaimer that said the opinions expressed here are not yours.
It's there.
Yeah, but it's not mine. So it goes both ways.
Mike's
folks.
like, come to the movies. Enjoy it. Toy Story is a great movie. It's going to be great. It's great. It's great. The Taylor Swift song in it.
Taylor Swift song. We can't imagine how great that is.
What could be wrong?
Last two
Yeah. And if you don't like Toy Story 5, there's another movie coming out after that, which the following week is Supergirl and Jackass. So again, something for
the new Jackass movie. The last Jackass movie apparently is coming out that week.
How old are those guys?
Old. I can't imagine Knoxville doing some of these things. Like he was talking about the concussions he's had in the last movie, that this has to be the last one. He's talked about how much he's taken a step back on these things.
Is Steve-O still around?
Yeah. I think everybody but Bam is in it, and the folks who have died.
Well, Bam, where is Bam? Is he locked up somewhere? What's Bam doing?
He's getting clean, I've heard. Good for him. Hopefully he continues.
Yeah, and one of them passed away, right?
Yeah. I forget, was it Dunn?
Dunn, yeah, his buddy.
So yeah, that's
another Jackass movie.
Yeah. Jackass Best and Last. It'll be out on June 26th. If you don't want to see Supergirl, you have that as an alternative in theaters.
And then the week after that
is a new Minions movie.
The new
Minions.
Kind
of fun. And then
is that still my movie too, Mike? Or do I not get to claim Minions and Gru and the whole?
Those ones, to be fair, those ones came out about 10 years after Toy Story. So those ones are a little bit more ours.
That's still 20 years.
Kids like the Minions more than they like Despicable Me. Like
they
they're
do.
Two distinct series. So if you like the Despicable Me movies, this one's probably not for you. This one is more centered on the Minions, and it looks like it's a little fun movie in that one. And then, like I said, the next week, Evil Dead and Moana.
We're just getting hit with them.
Hit with everything.
Hit. Can you stick around after the break? We'll talk about how some of those movies get their release dates, because, like we said, there's already Incredible 3s.
I can tell you stuff for next May that's coming out.
Slated Incredible 3 next summer.
Next or summer after?
Summer.
But even worse, if it's like 2 summers from now, like make your plans now, folks.
And we'll talk about how that affects other studios and where they place their time. And like one of the things, like with Toy Story 5 coming out, DreamWorks that does Minions had to see that and go, do we want to go before or do we want to go after Toy Story? Or did Minions drop theirs and Toy Story goes, well, we'll beat them, we'll go in front? Or do we just go head up against them? Do we wait 2 weeks? We'll break all that down on how that happens with Mike Armedariz. He is the manager over at the Maya and my friend. Friend of the program and your friend too. Go see him and go see the movies. Toy Story is going to be great. We'll be right back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. I'll go watch it. That's the thing is I'm still gonna go and watch it. That's what's
3 more cases in the New World.
that's what's jacked up about my addiction to Disney and everything they do is I'll still go watch it.
Difficulty of stopping a pest that could potentially devastate the nation's cattle industry. The U.S. Department of Agriculture announced Monday the new cases were found in a dog in New Mexico, hundreds of miles away in a goat and calf in Texas. Brendan Sorsby has been granted a temporary injunction against the NCAA. The ruling could clear the way for him to play for Texas Tech this fall, even after the transfer quarterback was declared ineligible for wagering on college sports. Some of those bets were made on his own team while at Indiana. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 80 points. The NASDAQ rose 220. More details at SRNnews.com.
People were like, "Do we drive to Bakersfield?" No.
Maybe this is YouTube. There's a
Headlines from the KERN newsroom.
I'm Chris Davis. Several people were hit by cars over the weekend. Sunday afternoon, about 1:20, a man died when he was hit by a pickup truck that ran off the road and hit him and a fence. Police have not said yet why they believe that happened. Two men were hit Saturday night at Kern and Dolores Streets when they both stepped off the curb and in front of a vehicle. One of the men died and the other was seriously hurt. No names have been released. A man was stabbed to death on Grace Street Sunday afternoon, says the Kern County Sheriff's Office. That happened about 5:40. Later Sunday, 26-year-old Angel Garcia Mesa was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. The name of the man stabbed has not been released. The average price for gas in California, $5.83 for a gallon of regular, says Gas Buddy. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 at AM 1230. KERN.
Current Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
It's finally Friday, and boy, do I need it. I need the stockyard in my life. I got no plans. It's time for Dad to relax. Get an adult beverage, have Haley behind the bar take care of me, maybe get me some steak bites or a shrimp cocktail, something off the menu from Casey's Steakhouse. You're wondering, where am I? I am at 2525 F Street, the Stockyard. Little speakeasy located right next to Casey's Steakhouse. For the folks that brought you Casey's Steakhouse. Go over there. You're going to see the rope, the red carpet. Ring the bell. They're going to ask you the password. Tell them, why not JR? Then be prepared to relax. I need some Lade playing the acoustic guitar in my life to set the atmosphere for a wonderful, relaxing weekend. And I look no further than the Stockyard, 2525 F Street. Come on down and join me. Just make sure you tell them the password. Why not JR?
I never thought of myself as the type to settle down. Never knew where the team's next lunch was coming from. But then I met you. Easy Cater.
Workplaces everywhere are saying, I do want delicious food at work, and they're ordering from beloved restaurants with Easy Cater.
You were reliable. You had great options for every budget, even when marketing ops did keto again. We got through that together. With you, it's just so easy. Easy Cater, will you keep showing up at my workplace forever?
Find love at first lunch. Order at easycater.com.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed. No real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped good RX and saw the light.
She can get a deal, but telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
We should go to that one. Good RX, not insurance.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Pick that up. Welcome back. the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Check us out online, currentradio.com. Download the Current Radio app. Find us on social media and on YouTube just by looking up Current Radio. The studio is powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. We're sitting in here with Mike Armedariz. It's a Movie Monday discussing all the movies that are about to come out for the summer. And I was asking him during one of the breaks about how do the studios line these things up? Because Disney, for the most part, tries to dominate, at least like we mentioned, heck, Incredibles 3, you can look at and probably Google it and just say, oh, what is Disney's current lineup of movies set to come out? And they sometimes won't even have titles, but it'll be Marvel spring of 2030. And you're like, okay, but what Marvel? But they know that it's going to drop somewhere in there. Do other studios do the same to where they're looking that far out? And how much does, I guess, Disney dictate that, or other studios?
All of them do. And it just takes the studio like to have the courage to say, we're putting out X movie on this day. And if they're the first ones to claim it, they have to back it up. Now they've given all of their filmmakers and all of their production teams like a deadline that movie has to be ready there. And then everyone else falls in line and is like, okay, then I guess we're going the week after, or 2 weeks after, or 2 weeks before. So
which can be important, I guess, when you're talking about bringing in the dollars for, you know what I mean, wanting to be that number one. Because as we see here, Toy Story is about to come out, and then you also have the Minions, who are 3 weeks later, 2 weeks after?
2 weeks later, and the 2 weeks is an important factor on that one. So right now, a lot of it centers on which studios are going to be in IMAX. So usually they have a 2 week commitment when they're in IMAX. So if a movie like Toy Story is coming out, they are guaranteed that 2 weeks. And then another movie is coming in. I can't imagine that Minions isn't going to be the next one in IMAX.
Yeah.
And studios want that. Studios want what are called the PLF screens, the premium large format screens. So in terms of like IMAX here in town, you go to Reading and their huge format is IMAX. Maya's is MPX. It's the largest screen, the best technology in that screen. You know that is going to be the premium experience for you. And every theater chain has their own proprietary premium
technology or whatever. Yeah.
As well. And that's what brings in the big bucks. You know that the families are going to want to go there to have the best presentation, the best sound, the best everything. Some of them, Fresno has a 40X screen where it's like it shakes with the movie. It shoots out scents at you. It shoots out water, lighting effects, smoke effects. So that's what these studios build their tent poles around, where if you don't have that 2 weeks, you're automatically going to get a little bit less money because people aren't paying that extra ticket price that's going to you, that's going to IMAX and to these other companies. And when you saw that, the really big deal this holiday season that's coming up, December 18th, a year and a half ago, Warner Brothers said, we're putting the third Dune movie out on December 18th, 2026, no matter what. Disney, unfortunately, had some delays with their Avengers movies. So they said, we're delaying to December 18th, 2026. So now Avengers and Dune 3 are coming out on the same day. Unfortunately for Disney, Warner Brothers said, we're going to be in IMAX, and IMAX guaranteed them 2 weeks in there. So this is the first Marvel movie that's not going to have an IMAX presence.
Wow.
Because they had to take that release date. And there was a lot of talk about who's going to budge, who's going to decide, let's do it 2 weeks later, let's do it 2 weeks before. And then out of nowhere, Warner Brothers said, tickets are on sale for Dune. So that guaranteed they're not moving. So that was almost 8 months in advance. Tickets were on sale for that because they were that bullish and saying, we are not moving.
You would have to think that Disney would see that and go, well, we already have to push back. What's another 2 weeks? I mean, the 6th, and then you go to the 20th, and then you're pushing into Christmas.
And you're thinking with the week before Christmas, that's like prime time because everyone's out of school and wanting to go to that. If you go 2 weeks later, you're post-Christmas. If you go 2 weeks before, it's people getting ready for Christmas. So it was
or really Thanksgiving, which is also become a really big release weekend as well, right?
And then that led to another issue right there. So IMAX had guaranteed Netflix to have 2 weeks in IMAX for the new Narnia movie that's coming out. So that was scheduled. That got delayed. So everyone was like, what's going to happen?
Where are they going to go? Narnia.
Avengers going to move up now? So that's not happening. Now they're putting the sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt. That'll be an IMAX.
There's a sequel.
Yeah. So written by Tarantino, directed by David Fincher. So it's like two really great filmmakers doing a sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood centered around Brad Pitt's character. That'll be an IMAX in Thanksgiving. And now Disney is reaching out to theaters and working with theaters to create a new format called Infinity Vision to go along with their Infinity Gauntlet stuff from the previous Avengers movies that will guarantee that the theater you're seeing it in is certified, much like they did with THX back in the day, that the theater you're going to see it in Infinity Vision is the best picture, the brightest picture, the best sound. So you'll be seeing that in the months to come as Avengers starts to kick off. But if you're looking at wanting to get tickets and on December 18th, you guys need to plan ahead now to see what you're going to see. Is it going to be Dune? Is it going to be Avengers? Is it going to be both? Please have it be both. Please have it be a Maya.
It's called the double feature, Mike.
Exactly.
That's what we do.
2 3-hour movies in one day. Enjoy it.
6 hours of theater. But typically they don't go head up with each other, right? Typically you don't see that happen. Studios, I guess, I don't know if it's so much more of a respect, but they realize the game. Like, hey,
we do. Yeah, it's a lot of respect. Yeah, the studios want everyone to succeed. The studios want each other to succeed. There is this thing coming out of COVID where movies were doing well in pockets. Like a movie would do well in March, and then there'd be 2 weeks of no new movies, and then people would be like, "Our movie theater's dead," and another big movie would come out. They realize that it's that consistency. They have to have a big movie every week. Maybe they're not all going to be on IMAX because you have those 2-week commitments with them. But as long as you're putting out movies consistently that people want to see, people are going to realize, hey, this is how movie theaters used to be. It was all big new movie, maybe 2 big new movies every week. And we're finally getting back in the swing of that thing. This year is healthier than it was last year. Every year since 2020, of course, has been healthier than the previous. So it's a matter of the industry, like so many others, course correcting and getting back to where they need to be.
Do you think movies like Toy Story, for instance, do you think Minions would rather be on the front end of Toy Story or the back end?
If I were them, I'd be happy with where I'm at because they're sitting right there on that 4th of July weekend. And a lot of people are going to be going out of town for that. But at the same time, lots of businesses are out for that week period. So I would much rather have a 4th of July than
it's a Saturday, 4th of July. So it's a whole weekend. It's an actual 4th of July weekend where people are going to be out and doing things. So
and then that's the other thing you see where movies, when it's a holiday like that, movies will come out on Wednesday. So they have like a full 5 days because they know people are traveling, people are still working, people are barbecuing. So it's a crazy business, but it's a real fun one, and it's always fun to be in the trenches on these and scheduling them.
Well, and it seems like it, like you said, after COVID, there was a little shaky there where it was like, is this still going to be a thing? Everybody moved into watching movies at home, and everything was streaming and direct to whatever streaming you had. Is this going to be able to? Are people going to come back? And it seems that it's not only has it come back, but it's healthier than it was before.
It's healthier than it was because movies aren't going straight to streaming. People are remembering, and the more theaters offer stuff like an IMAX, a PLF, they're realizing at theaters they get something they can't replicate anywhere else.
Well, not only that, but the new thing that a lot of theaters are doing, and I guess it would be tied to the studios. They caught on to something that Disneyland has done forever. Is putting out exclusive popcorn buckets and drink cups and whatnot. And every theater will have this or that theater will have this one, and this theater will get this one. And you have people who are, and again, I blame Disney as I do with everything. There's collectors that go in, and dude, you've been to Disneyland a bunch of times where you'll see people walking around with 4 on each arm of popcorn buckets. And it's like, and I have one back here. My back there.
And I have a Galactus head at home. It's like I like it because it's decorative. I'm never going to eat 300 ounces of popcorn in one sitting.
No, I used to have a Millennium Falcon, but I gave it to our buddy Hop.
Oh,
nice. It was in our office. He's like, "You ever gonna do anything with that thing?" I said, "Yeah, you can have it. How about that? Take it with you."
You ever gonna do anything with it? Yeah, it's sitting there looking nice.
Yeah, it's a display. So I gave it to him as just take it, dude. You can have it. But Disney started it, and now it seems that every big movie has some sort of collectible tied to it that goes into the theater, whether it be a sipper cup or a popcorn bucket.
And as much as I love those, I appreciate where they are and the hype around them. What I think I love more is the organic stuff that happens in a theater when we have, standees or displays inside. When you see those families coming out and taking pictures in front of Mando, in front of the big lily pad we have for Toy Story 5, I think those are the touch points I like more, where they're making tangible experiences. I mean, this is great here. My Galactus is great on top of my bookshelf. It's not doing anything. The memories that I have going to the theater with my family and going with friends and the stuff that people are getting when they go into theaters, that's the stuff that is really important that needs to be furnished, where you can go in and you got this $80 bucket, but was the movie blurry? Was the sound bad? You have to make sure that you're backing up what you have. And I think that that's the important part, making good memory, furnishing a way for our theaters to make good memories for people is what's really important.
But people will chase them $80 buckets, Mike.
People will call and line up like hours before. It's wild. And it's like, yeah, you're taking the 5 of these for yourself? Oh, okay. Enjoy it. It's crazy.
I bought one. As a matter of fact, when Moana 2 came out, they had a bunch of them. Yeah. And then also when Lilo and Stitch came out, they had Stitch. I think it was a pineapple, and it was a popcorn bucket, and I have it sitting on the table.
There was a Masters of the Universe sort of power that you flipped over, and the handle was a drink cup, so you just sat there drinking out of the sword. It was,
right. That's in theaters.
You
have it right now. You have it right now.
You can go. I can get a good one.
I can go get one this weekend.
I'll talk to you about it. Well, even with He-Man, there was the sword. There was the Castle Grayskull.
Yes.
There was Skeletor's throne.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, it fits like a half a scoop of popcorn, but enjoy eating that, taking it home with butter in it.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not being disparaging. I love it.
Come by. Make sure you visit the concessions when you come and watch a movie. I know you're busy. I'll let you get out of here. Thanks for stopping by, brother. I appreciate talking to you.
Appreciate it.
We'll talk to him again. That's Mike Armedariz with Movie Monday. He comes in every Monday and breaks down movies. You can go find him. He's at the Maya. He's the manager over there. Go watch a movie. Like I said, go visit the concessions. Bring $80 for a popcorn bucket. Why not? But get in there. Lots of good flicks coming up. We'll talk with him again next week because Toy Story 5 will finally come out, and I'll love it. I'll love it. It'll be great. It's great. Hi, Woody. Where'd you come from? Is Bo Peep with you? No Bo Peep, huh?
Of course not.
Gets called on a walkie-talkie, but he finds a ride to the house.
Hey, Woody's very resourceful all the time. He's made it back from some hairy places before. Remember when he did the hat to get out of the daycare and landed at Bonnie's?
Be happy with it and want to talk smack about it with me or not.
Remember how they escaped the house and crossed the street with the cones to get to pizza place? Woody's resource. Remember he rode the RC car with Buzz to catch up to the truck as it was leaving.
So what you're saying is there's no issue with the walkie-talkie.
No issue.
The phone thing to get into the toy store too?
Yeah. No.
Pizza Planet is when they got
Pizza Planet. The back of the trucks. Yes. Yeah. The cones were to get into the toy store. You're right.
When they terrorized that poor gentleman.
That poor guy. Poor guy. It's all that. I love Toy Story. It'll be great. We'll go. And as much as I told Mike in the break, the bad thing is as much as I despise the darn movie, I'll be there. I'll be there for week 1 to go and watch it because Disney it's like heroin. They did something and everything they put out, I'm like, oh, it's Disney? Yeah.
That's like me with all these
opinions expressed are not those of Maya Cinemas or any of its officers.
Hooked on Disney. Hooked. They just got their teeth just right into my wallet. Straight up.
I'll definitely be back next week.
Mike Armedariz, you guys. Movie Monday. We got to get to a break. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be back.
It's like heroin, man. I'll go watch it.
Current Radio. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230.
So we're talking about kids movies and heroin.
Are you
in relation to heroin?
That try to squeeze your unique business into their cookie cutter solutions? At Adaptive Networks, they know that no two businesses are exactly alike, and your IT shouldn't be either. While other MSPs offer one-size-fits-all packages, Adaptive Networks takes time to listen and understand your specific challenges, your industry requirements, and your growth goals. They build custom technology solutions that actually fit your business, not the other way around. Whether you're a small local company or a growing enterprise, Adaptive Networks adapts to you. Their customer-driven approach means you get exactly what you need. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't settle for generic IT support. Call Adaptive Networks today and discover what truly customized technology solutions can do for your business. Adaptive Networks, because your business is unique and your IT should be too. Visit adaptive adaptive-net.com or call 661-241-0638.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left? I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that? My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped. Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine. My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries in Kern County. Are you looking for a doctor who truly listens? Someone who cares about your health and respects your time with minimal wait times and prompt referral authorizations? Well, it may be time to learn about QualCare IPA. QualCare IPA partners with most Medicare Advantage health plans, giving you access to a large community-based network of outstanding physicians and quality hospitals right here in Kern County. Local doctors, trusted hospitals, personalized care. Medicare Advantage plans offer benefits beyond original.
Yeah, I'll double check it right now, but I'm pretty sure we should be good.
That's where we can help. Call 661-554-4544 today to learn more about your Medicare Advantage choices. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help you understand your coverage options and make confident decisions about your care. Again, that's 661-554-4544. Get the information you need and the coverage you deserve. For accommodations of persons with special needs at meetings, call 661-554-4544, TTY 711. It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on Newstalk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Everything caught that. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Want to thank Mike Armedariz for coming by and talking about movies and all the insides and outsides of not only what's coming out, but how those things happen. You got to imagine I always think Disney is the dominant for some reason. It's maybe because I just am obsessed with whatever they do. But when looking at, Disney's going to drop that, well, we should probably put ours out and maybe we'll ride that momentum of the Toy Story, and 2 weeks later, we'll put out the Minions and everybody will be all jazzed up to go see it. And it's crazy when you look at least, and again, you can look years. Disney will drop things and say, we're doing this in 2-3 years. And to look at where movies line up and when they put them out, it's a fun conversation. I want to thank Mike for joining us. I always enjoy our conversations, whether they just be about the movies, as we like to talk about, or breaking down some of the behind the scenes things that go on with studios and theaters. I know the phone lines are dead, but did we get any text messages today? So there's 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN.
Let's see. This first one just says, wow, JR, I have never heard somebody try so hard to make sense of one of the most screwed up, messed up electoral processes of any state in this country. Nice try.
I explained it. I didn't say it made sense.
Nobody's defending it.
I didn't, and I'm definitely not defending it. I think it's there's a lot of things wrong with it, whether it's the mail-in ballots or whether it's the jungle primary where the top 2 vote getters are the ones that move on, not broken down by party, which also I can argue and say, well, what about the other parties and how come they don't get a chance? Why doesn't every party have a representative that comes out of it? So you can get into all kinds of things like that. But I was just trying to at least make it make sense. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it makes sense, but that's at least how it is done here in California. And so I want to you guys to at least understand why you might see some of those things changing. But again, not that it's the most perfect system by any means of the imagination. So we learned that. We learned why movies come out. This is what we learned on today's show. We learned how movies come out when they come out. We learned about politics in California and how come it takes so long. How come it takes so long to do anything in this state? It seems like everything takes forever. I don't know if that's just because that's how more people get paid for something. Oh, we'll just charge them more. It's like my apartment getting fixed. Yeah, they tell you 2 weeks, but in reality, it's California, so it might be 6 to 10 months. Thanks. So we learned that as well. We learned what else did we learn about the? We learned don't speed when coming out of Tehachapi when you're headed to Vegas.
Don't speed at all. No,
that would make too much sense, Chris.
I mean, just saying. Logically.
How about we raise the speed limits a little bit?
I don't think we could be trusted with that.
Why? What harm
I'm not blaming you.
No, but what harm was I causing anybody at that particular time when I rolled through there at 85 miles per hour? Who was I affecting?
Around you? I have no clue.
None. It was dark. It was nighttime. There was light traffic. I was just flowing, moving along casually, not hurting a fly.
It's not you. I don't believe it.
So I don't understand what's the issue there.
Like I said, I've seen you drive. I've been in the car with you. I felt safe while you were driving at certain speeds. My point is everybody else around us cannot be trusted.
Yeah, no, I know. We're terrible drivers.
This is the worst driving county in California.
Terrible drivers.
I don't care what statistics say. We are the worst.
I hate drivers in this town.
And it's because you dummies out there can't,
don't know how to
properly drive.
Don't know how to drive. I see it all the time. All the time.
Everybody listening to me with my voice right now, most likely is breaking some sort of law while driving.
Yeah, so just takes Chris' advice. Don't speed ever. But especially when you're going to Vegas and you come out of the Tehachapi Mountains and you see flat land and Mojave in the distance and you're like, I can almost taste Vegas.
Almost.
I can almost see the lights. I just want to get there. Don't speed up. Don't think that the speed limit's 75. Heck, don't even think that it's 70. No, it's 65. And they will give you a ticket. They won't cut you any slack. They won't cut you any brakes. They won't knock down your speed. Nope. They'll roll up on you. They'll sit there in the dark on the side of the road and wait till you go by and pull you over and write you a ticket. And then because my daughter was with me, Chris, I told the officer, thank you. Be safe out there.
There you go.
Thanks.
Now you probably won't show up to court and you'll probably get it all reduced and stuff.
Thanks. Be safe. You too, when you pull back into traffic here, just make sure it's clear before you go. Yeah, I got this. I know how to drive, sir. Thank you. Thanks. Sucker. But we learned don't speed down there. Don't hang out at the bluffs. I would say don't be anywhere after midnight. Nothing good happens after midnight. But nothing really happens good on the bluffs after 2:00. So don't be at the bluffs after 2:00, as a lot of these young, and I call them kids, and I know they're probably in their 20s, hang out up there. And now this is the second incident that we've had up on the bluffs where last time somebody got killed. God knows how this woman survived, hit by a car and shot after a fight. So don't be at the bluffs after midnight. We'll just take Chris's advice on all this. I'm telling you, don't speed through Mojave. Chris is telling you, don't speed at all. I'm telling you, don't go to the bluffs after 2:00. Chris is saying, just stay off of the bluffs. And I'm telling you, and we'll all tell you this over and over again, stay out of the Kern River. Somebody else is lost over the weekend. Apparently they were fishing, and I guess their dog fell into river. They went in for the dog. They got taken away. Then somebody went in after them, and then they got saved. They saved the other person, and the other person didn't make. I don't know what happened, but stay out of the river. I love Tinkerbell. She's sitting in the studio right now. One, don't take your dogs to the river. Don't go. You don't need to fish in the river. There's plenty of other places to fish. Just stay. Have we not learned already? Stay out of the Kern River. It's just not worth it. I know it looks beautiful and peaceful. It's warm. And you think, oh, it's just right here. I can fish just right here.
Just drive 2 hours to the ocean, yo.
Just stay out of the Kern River. So no speeding through Mojave or from Tehachapi to Mojave. Stay off of the bluffs after 2 o'clock in the morning and stay out of the Kern River. Those are the things we learned today. Got to get out of here. Stay tuned for the Ralph Bailey Show. This is the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN, 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield.
All right, y'all. Be good. Ralph is actually, this is for the YouTubers anyways. Ralph is off today. He's taking the day off. So there will be no YouTube after this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Iran's Joint Command
Man, either
said
a dog
Monday
named
was
Tinkerbell
halting its
can never
offensive
miss
operations
it.
after Israel and Iran exchanged fire.
I know. See how addicted I am to Disney? My dog is named
The military
Tinkerbell.
says that if Israel or its
She has a
supporters
Minnie
carry out
Mouse
any
collar.
further, quote, aggression and hostile acts, including in southern Lebanon, then, quote, much more severe and crushing measures than before will follow. In a post on X, Israel's education minister
Ditto,
says
Chris.
schools
I had 2
across
dogs
Israel
named
remain
Tigger and
closed
Roo. Really,
for a
Mary?
second
Did
day
you?
due to the
Aw,
attacks. I'm
I
Bernie
like that.
Bennett.
We were thinking about getting another dog, and I told her that we had to name him either Peter Pan or Captain Hook, just to stay
A
with
new AP Norfolk finds that as the U.S. prepares
you guys
to
be good out there.
celebrate its
Thank you guys for hanging out with
250th
me. I hope you guys had a good
anniversary,
weekend, and
fewer
have a good
Americans
week.
see
Come back
their
tomorrow. We'll
country
do it
or its system of government as exceptional. The findings highlight many Americans' feelings of